Let's talk about it, man. MARIYA AGAPOVA gets the submission round 3 in what could have been a knockout right there, man. But she decided, didn't want the TKO. She wanted the patented rear naked choke. Shout out to MARIYA AGAPOVA, man. But this was an interesting matchup, man. And this is one of those where I take no joy in seeing either of these fighters lose, man. These are two of my favorite prospects on the roster. SABINA MAZO, man. Let's start off with her. SABINA MAZO, the Colombian queen. Nice jab, man. She was working the jab. She was working the hands early, man. And she was walking forward. That's not what I expected. She put Agapova on the back foot, and Agapova was able to just counter-strike and just technically outstrike Mazo for basically the entire fight. Did you see that coming? Because I don't know if I saw that coming.
No, I expected Agapova to be the one leading the dance, kind of the wild woman we were used to seeing, but she was really composed and Agapova had this weird footwork, which we haven't seen. She was circling towards the power of Mazo. Mm-hmm. You were the one that pointed it out to me when I noticed. I was like, oh man, yeah, it's circling the opposite way everybody teaches you to circle. But Mazo, kept that pressure the entire time, but just looked a step behind Agapova in the striking and looked, instead of with the pressure, she was leading the dance. She was pressuring down, but almost following a little bit too much and giving Agapova the windows to counter-strike.
Yeah, man, it was weird because Agapova seemed to be trying to circle to her left to set up her left cross on Mazo, but at the same time she's setting up her left cross, she's falling into the power of Mazo's right cross. So it was like this risk-reward assessment that I think maybe Agapova was doing on the fly. But either way, man, SABINA MAZO, for a quick moment, she had tried to initiate a little bit of grappling, man. That surprised me too. Mazo is a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, but there's a difference between being a gi jiu-jitsu person, you know what I'm saying, or even no gi, and being an MMA jiu-jitsu person. Like, mixing those things truly together a little bit different, right? So Agapova clearly had the edge in the grappling regardless, but that was a little surprising to me, man. Overall, do you think that the horizon is still very, or maybe not the horizon, the future? Do you think the future is truly bright for SABINA MAZO, man? I feel like she has all the tools to get the job done. She just came back down to flyweight. Her last fight prior to this was at bantamweight, so she's back to her natural weight class. I think she got a lot of skills, man. I think she could be really, really good, but I just don't know what adjustment needs to be made right now. Do you have any thoughts or any takes on that?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the ceiling is very high for Mazo going forward. I just think she needs a better camp in her corner. Sure. I don't know where she trains out of. I don't know who it is or where she's sparring with, but she just needs a little bit higher level of combatants around her so that she's able to elevate her game going forward. I'm sure you're pulling it up, so we'll see where that one is. But she just looked like she wasn't able to deal with she hasn't seen that kind of stuff before, or at least wasn't comfortable with dealing with it. What Agapova was providing. Who is it?
All right, man. So you might have to take back a couple of the words you just said, man. She's training at King's MMA under Rafael Cordero, man. So I don't know.
To me, then that begs the question, because she's training with girls like oh man, I was just looking it up on King's MMA. There's a lot of killers out there. I wonder why she wasn't able to see. It looked like she was, like I said, a step behind, so she wasn't able to see what Agapova was doing or know the distance. I wonder how much she is training at King's MMA, because they have absolute killers over there. And with Rafael Cordero, it makes almost no sense to me that she wasn't able to elevate her game, or at least make the transitions mid-round to get it going.
No, I'm with you, man. And it also makes it tough because on the UFC or on the ESPN broadcast, right, they got to show you so many commercials that they can't show you the corner and who's in the corner and all the corner work and the advice and stuff like that. So it's a little tough, but I will say MARIYA Agapova is training out of American Top Team. So those are two really good camps that are kind of clashing back and forth. And Agapova, like I said before the loss, I mean, dude, she was a minus 1,600 favorite against Shannon Dobson. I think the odds makers were just a little jaded. It's like what I told you. They just got pissed off. They're like, dude, you fucked us over on the last one. You were such a heavy favorite. We're going to make you the underdog now, when truly she should have been the favorite. But I would just say it was a really, really good and very impressive performance by MARIYA Agapova, man. The Kazakhstanian two-time national boxing champion. Come on. A little more technical on the feet. SABINA MAZO, I would just like to see her get a little strength. I felt like Agapova just looked thicker, not in the terms of she just looked just jacked, she could muscle her around a little bit. I would just like to see a little bit of that. But think about it like this, man. Both of these fighters are a year younger than me. They're 24-year-old fighters right here, man. You still got a lot of growing to do. Your brain's still growing, your body's still growing, the whole nine. So they got the future is bright for both of these fighters. I truly believe. But Mariya Agapova capitalized, and AJ, she got a performance of the night bonus on that. One of 3 that happened this event at UFC Vegas 39. 2 performance of the night bonuses and 1 fight of the night. So the fight of the night, of course, went to Marina Rodriguez and Mackenzie Dern. Performance bonus for Mazo, or a performance bonus for Agapova versus Mazo, and performance bonus for Lupi Godinez, man, and her fucking slick ass win that she got. We didn't really talk about it, but big win. All right.